We need to talk. We need to talk
Oh shit. Here we go again.
kind of how Scrooge talked near Christmas. Now, I know it's Valentine's and has nothing to do with Christmas, but we need to talk about the past, we need to talk about the present, and we need to talk about the future of Call of Duty. And as I mentioned, things would be changing on this channel. I want to do a video like this maybe every 2 weeks to a month on the channel, just giving you the current state of Call of Duty and just talking about what's going on and giving you my opinions on it. So there's essentially 3 different things that I want to talk about, but let's start by going into the past. It's about 6-ish months ago, you may remember a little thing called H2M. H2M was a mod created by Call of Duty's community that was essentially the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 from the year 2009, remastered with additional weapons, additional maps, and to kind of be a tip of the hat to the community. As we know, Activision shut this down, and it left everyone wondering why. If they're not going to release a Modern Warfare 2 remastered, why would they shut down something like this? Well, turns out this week we got an answer to that, and that is with a little thing called Game Pass. As we know, Microsoft bought Activision, and that means all of the old Call of Duty IPs. Charlie Intel tweeted earlier this week saying, rumor, the next Call of Duty launching on Xbox Game Pass will reportedly be Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 from 2009. It could release in March or April. Now, this is big. This is big for many, many, many reasons. And the reason why I say that is because this tells us what is going to happen with all of these other Call of Duty IPs moving forward. Now, before we get into that, let's talk about what's going on here. Over the past couple of months, different Call of Duty games were added to the Xbox game store in various different ways. And on top of that, certain games were getting updates, and those games, generally speaking, were the ones that had more hackers on them, needed servers to be fixed. And that is because if you're going to add a game like Modern Warfare 2 to Game Pass, it needs to work. You need to be able to actually play the multiplayer. And with this, it appears as though they're not going to be bringing all of these games to Game Pass all at once. You see, when Xbox bought Activision, we all assumed that they were going to throw all of the old Call of Duty games onto Game Pass so that it would bring more people to Game Pass. But we didn't know how they would be doing it. Would they be releasing them all at once? Would they be releasing them one at a time? And it appears as though what they are doing here is they are going to be starting with Modern Warfare 2 2009 in March or April, and then every once in a while adding one to Game Pass. And I think this is a brilliant idea for so many reasons. First of all, there's going to be a bunch of people on Game Pass who maybe were not even born when 2009 was going on, who are just gotten into video games and never got to play Modern Warfare 2 in the glory days of Modern Warfare 2. Or maybe there's some people that want to live nostalgically and play the game again. And by releasing one of these at a time onto Game Pass, it's going to give a massive influx to one of these games. Instead of putting people into a bunch of them, one of them at a time. And this will make it so that there's going to be less hackers comparatively, because obviously the huge influx of players, and allow players to experience this game once again. Now, here's the interesting thing about this one. Modern Warfare 2 already has a campaign remastered, but they've never remastered the multiplayer. So if they're just releasing this on Game Pass, you can go back and play the old non-remastered campaign, but at the same time, you can play the non-remastered. That part's a little bit weird, but I think it's the multiplayer that it is more so there for. But it also leads to a question as to how they're going to make money from this, because at the end of the day, they're a publicly traded company. They need to make money. So how is that going to work? And there's a couple questions that I'm going to have with this. Number one is, of course, the main thing of this is selling more Game Passes, and it's going to work. If they release your favorite Call of Duty game and you don't have Game Pass and you want to play it, the easiest way to do it is going to be going on to Game Pass. Question number two, are they going to add crossplay? Because personally, for me, I have PC Game Pass. So can I play a PC Game Pass with regular Game Pass Xbox players, or will that not work? That's something I hope they address. And finally, DLC. You may not remember this, but older Call of Duty games had a little thing called DLC. And you couldn't play the game with someone else who had the DLC if you didn't. So, is the DLC for Modern Warfare 2 going to be in the Game Pass version of the game? Or if you want to play the DLC, do you need to buy it separately and then have Game Pass as well? That's a question that I will definitely want to hear. Now, keep in mind that this is a rumor. However, it came from two different sources, and when you have two different sources, it kind of tells you what's going on there. So, as Screws would say, that is what the past of Call of Duty is like. What about the present? Well, a little thing happened the other day that was actually yesterday. That was this trailer right here.
Pop the lid! Pop the lid!
Hang on! I want to try my hydraulic wedge.
Move, I'll do it.
Quietly, guys.
Whoa! Dude.
Now, I have an entire video going up over on Ink TV about this and this alone today because this is so weird, and I'm gonna quickly explain it here, but I go into much more depth. As I find out on my video over there, this is Urzikstan. Now, if you didn't already know, the current rumor is that Verdansk is coming to Warzone with Season 3 in like a month. Yet, this does not currently look like the way Urzikstan looks like. Like not at all. So, are they updating Urzikstan with Season 2 Reloaded, which I thought we were going to get information on today because it should be happening next week. But it never came out today. So as far as Season 2 Reloaded, we know that we're going to be getting this TMNT event in the weeks to come. It's just really weird that they once again showed it off on Urzikstan when it seems like everyone is completely burnt out altogether on that map. And let's be honest, the stuff that we got this week is we got a new event, and the new event was better than the one we previously saw. It was the Shadow Hunt event, and this was the first event that we got this year that was based off of challenges and not off of just getting kills or just getting XP or anything like that. But it was also doable incredibly quickly. So I'm guessing we're going to get more events like that. But the playlists that we got over Season 2 are kind of lame. Like Overdrive is just an advanced version of Team Deathmatch. And then the playlists that were added in this week were just a different version of Face Off and a different version of Gunfight. So really, there was no new modes added in whatsoever. There was no new map or really any new things added into Warzone, and we're just kind of waiting on this influx of new content. Meanwhile, they show off this TMNT thing, which, let's be honest, all 4 of those turtles are probably going to be available in separate bundles. So let's just say, for example, $20, $40, $60, $80, it just ends up being a way to spend money and nothing new. Now, if this was a new map, and originally when I saw this, I thought to myself, oh, hold up, this looks like a new aesthetic. Is this Avalon? Is this maybe Verdansk? Of course, Verdansk doesn't have palm trees. No, this is still Urzikstan. So once again, really nothing new happening. Now let's talk about something actually new, the channel, what is going on here. As I mentioned, there would be a video like this where I talk about what's going on, and basically what's going on with this channel, what's going on with all of my things is Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I stream over on Twitch. That's not changing. That is going to be happening. Most of the time, we either play Call of Duty or watch some videos on YouTube about video games. Sometimes we play new games, like this week we played Avowed, things along those lines. And then those stream highlights go up onto my second channel, which is Ink TV. That'll all be linked down in the description. Over here is where I just talk about what is going on with Call of Duty, a video like this, or we have story videos, highly edited videos, and the weekly reload. That is the brand new news show with everything about video games that comes out every single Sunday on this channel. That is everything that is going on here. And I just want to say this, starting next week, we have a schedule. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, there are new videos on this channel. Every Friday, I am aiming to have a story video, whether that be about the current Call of Duty game or something a little bit different. Something that is coming next week is a new campaign for Delta Force that is based off of Black Hawk Down. Now, I don't know whether you want me to cover a story video on something like Black Hawk Down, but let's just say I have a little bit of a series planned for the channel, and it is going to start next Friday. It's a big one. It's an exciting one. I'm really excited to bring it to you guys, but that is the past, that is the present, that is the future of what is going on over here. I'm curious what you think of the current state of Call of Duty. Are you still playing Black Ops 6? Are you more wanting to go to the like Modern Warfare 2, which is coming to Game Pass? Like where do you stand on all of this, and where do you stand on everything moving forward? You've been fully updated on what's going on with me, what's going on with Call of Duty, and thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you have a great Valentine's Day. And until next time, peace.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're making